Hey everybody, so this is a quick video that I'm going to do with my little guy Blue. I had a client that asked me, she's going out to dinner for the first time in a while, and she's trying to figure out how to navigate going out to dinner. So there are three options that you can do when you go out there, three that I can think of. So one, you can do portion control. So get whatever you want. And that could include an entree. It could include an appetizer, entree, dessert, and, and a beverage of some kind. And just watch for your, and then just do portion control, eat a little bit, maybe finish your dinner, whatever, and it'll be what it'll be whatever you want. Just don't get overstuffed, have kind of a free meal. Okay. Your second option is to really try to stay on track. So order a 4 to 6 ounce piece of lean meat or fish. Ask for them to cook it without oil or butter or anything like that. Grilled, and get steamed vegetables on the side, maybe double vegetables. You could, there you go. You could get a baked potato. Again, be careful with those because a lot of times they're covered with like a butter or something. And but maybe like a plain baked potato, and or some plain white rice or brown rice. So you could go really on track with things in that way, or maybe a salad with just like vinegar or a tablespoon of oil, or bring your own dressing. You could totally be prepared that way. But that would be your second option, and then the third option would be to find some balance in between there. So maybe skip the appetizer, don't eat a piece of bread, and, just get a portion control entree, order a water, and, so you get like a taste of something, but you don't have to do like appetizer, dinner, dessert, drink. So pick something in between, but it's entirely up to you. One meal isn't going to set you back. The sodium from a meal from a restaurant, even if it's healthy, could cause a jump in the scale. Just, things like different bacteria that are at restaurants or whatever. Back in the day when I was like more anorexic and really, really careful about what I eat, I would get sick every time I went to a restaurant. I just had very few things I ate. My body wasn't adjusted to anything else or any different bacteria. And so like that was, it was never a fun experience for me. So this is definitely something that you can navigate. But the idea is you have to do whatever you're comfortable with. And as long as you're not on contest prep, which this client of mine is not, you can choose whatever you want, as long as you are not feeling any type of guilt or shame for going off the diet. So maybe you need permission from your coach to say, hey, it's okay. Just know that if you eat a full nacho appetizer, you eat a full entree tray, you eat a full dessert, and you have several drinks, it will cause a jump in the scale the next day or maybe two. It might cause some weight gain, but I doubt it. It's just a matter of when you have something like that, even if you mess up on your diet, get right back on track with your next meal. Don't try to burn it off. Don't try to make it up. Don't try to do an extra workout. This isn't how you learn to live. This isn't how you learn to accept your choices and be okay with them. If you're constantly trying to get back to this level of like perfection, it's not like, that is definitely no way to live, and you're going to drive yourself crazy. So, I would say whatever your coach says, you got permission from your coach, you have options. If you want your coach to tell you, like, maybe you had a cheat meal last week, so don't go balls to the wall with this with this cheat meal. But like maybe you really want a burger, so get a burger. Or you could modify it if you wanted to. Get a burger with an egg on top and have them wrap it in lettuce, or a wrap if there's a healthier wrap version than a bread or something like that. But going out to eat, it shouldn't scare you. And if you can keep on track well throughout the week with your diet, then going out to eat once a week, watching your portion control, which I think is the best way to go about it, um, is is healthy. That's going to be just fine. But also don't be like, well, I messed up twice this week, I don't deserve I don't deserve to go out. That's not the case either. It's all about learning. And, my therapist says to me, we don't speak in shoulds. You make the choices at the time, whether it's led by emotion or, an established habit, whatever it is, that's the choice that you made. Now you move on. You don't try to undo it. It's like, I was at the grocery store with my daughter and I grabbed a jar of pickles, and because of my mask, I missed the cart because I had no depth perception when I looked down, and I dropped it on the floor. And the manager of the store walked over and they're like, "Don't worry about it. It's fine." That's how you should handle it. Now, we don't want this happening every day. I mean, obviously they'd get pretty pissed at me if every day I went to the store and dropped a jar of pickles on the floor for them to clean up. But this is living. And I think what a lot of people need to understand is you make choices, and sometimes they're really, really good ones, and sometimes they're not. And that's life. It's the reaction to them, the feelings that follow is what need to be navigated, and create new ones. So don't feel any guilt or shame by going out to eat, cheating on your diet. You just try to do better next time. If the behavior needs to be corrected, if you're going for a weekly free meal when you're dieting and you're keeping it under control, that's living to me. I think that's living. So anyways, a little bit of dieting tips. I hope you have a great day. I wanted to add one more thing to that video, and that is that also, it's gold. Also, your going out doesn't have to be about the food. So I would enjoy the company. Yes, give it an opportunity. And, like I said, if I was going out, I would pick like something I really, really wanted that I am not normally going to get, especially now, because hardly are we ever going out. So I don't drink, but I wouldn't do that. But another option that some people have is to go light on the food and heavier on the alcohol, if that's something that you want to do. I definitely wouldn't I wouldn't recommend that. But some people like to partake in alcohol and don't do it very often. So so that's also an option as well. But really, whenever you have a situation where you're concerned about your dieting, the food's going to be different, and trying to navigate that, understand too that this is an event and you want to enjoy the event. In the same way, like if you went to a baseball game, get a hot dog, have a beer, but enjoy the game. Enjoy the friends and the friendship and the time that you get to spend face to face with people. That's a blessing. So, if you're focused on the food, you aren't going to have a good time. So, eat till you're full, you're satiated, and then, let it go. And the other thing is, I would say, I would replace, most of my clients have a dinner time meal and then a snack or another meal before they go to bed. So if you're going to go out and you're going to have like a real, like a legit free meal, that's probably going to be the equivalent at least of your dinner time calories and your next meal calories. So then I would just call it, have that be the end of it. But if you're hungry after you get home because you actually did just kind of have little bits and tastes of things, then, make yourself a protein shake or something like that before bed so you can have one more thing. But there's a variety of ways to navigate this. None of them is right or wrong. It's whatever you are comfortable with. And just know that, you don't want to go back and go, oh, I didn't lose any weight this week because last week, Friday, I went out to eat and I had all those things. Maybe you think that. And so you're going to learn from it next time not to eat quite so much because you had the appetizer, the salad, the soup, the dinner, the dessert, and 3 adult beverages or whatever. So it's a learning process, and it's not just learning to make good choices that are going to propel you to your goals, but it's learning to live with those choices. That's what being an adult is, and that's why it's hard. So, okay, that's it. Have a great day.